And a very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world. I got my delivery from HelloFresh. So this is a meal kit delivery service. And in this box are 3 meals. So it's really cool. They give you everything you need to make a delicious meal. And this meal serves Betty and I perfectly. We never have leftovers. So in this box, I've got a couple of different recipes. Check these out. I've got this one here for balsamic tomato and herb chicken over buttery garlic spaghetti. That looks like something I would like, very definitely. And also in the box, we have sweet chili pork bowls with bell peppers and candied peanuts. And as you can see right here on this menu card, they provide you with the bell pepper, the lime, they give you rice, they give you the ground pork, they give you cilantro, peanuts even, sweet soy glaze, and up here a yellow onion. So you get everything you need to make these HelloFresh meal kits. Tonight, we're going to have creamy dill chicken with roasted purple potatoes and asparagus. And these menu cards are pretty cool. They come in every box. But this gives us the dill, a 1/4 ounce of dill, 10-ounce chicken cutlets, sour cream, Dijon mustard, and the purple potatoes, which I don't ordinarily buy, which is why this is such a good deal, because you learn new things about food you maybe have never tried. You also get the asparagus, and they even give you the chicken stock. But we're going to make a creamy dill sauce for the chicken, and Betty is going to tend to the dill. And then on the back of these menu cards, they have step-by-step directions. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, tonight we're having the creamy dill chicken with roasted purple potatoes and asparagus. So here it is right here. They give you everything you need in this neat little bag right here. And they also give you the meat, which I have in the refrigerator. So let me show you this. The 3 meals I just described, there are 2 chicken meals. So this is boneless chicken breast. And this one right here is the chicken cutlet. And then, for that sweet pork bowl, they give you nice ground pork right here. It's great. They give you everything you need. Now I have to see which of these chickens. I need the chicken cutlets tonight. So I'll be using this packet right here because it says chicken cutlets. Now these recipe cards are great, folks. They really are. Okay, so these are the chicken cutlets. They give you everything you need in the bag. Look at that. Dill, a little package of dill. I'll give Betty this in a minute to cut up. Here's a little packet of sour cream, some chicken stock. It's exactly the amount you need for the recipe, along with some Dijon mustard. Did I say DJ John mustard? No, it's Dijon mustard. Now, DJ John does like to drop it like it's out in the kitchen. You know me. And you know what my chef nickname is? Chef Dijon. I just thought you'd like to know that. Okay, look. They give you the asparagus. That way you don't buy too much. It doesn't rot in your refrigerator, the leftovers. And my gosh, look at these. All these cute little purple potatoes. And I tell you, my friend, they're almost black potatoes, but that's what comes in the little bag. And it all comes in that box in dry ice. The meat is in a dry ice layer. And then the bags of ingredients are right on top of that. So it gets here. We order about 3 meals every other week, something like that. We're trying to slow down a little bit because we were going overboard for a while. But I'm gonna go wash these potatoes and the asparagus, and I'm gonna turn the chopping over to Video Betty.
Hi, beautiful asparagus here. It looks like it's going to be so tender and lovely. All I have to do really is trim off what's going to be tough at the bottom here. And then John will cook them in the oven.
That's just enough. You don't need a whole lot of meat. I like the portions they give you. Like when they give you a steak, it's not a huge steak. It's a nice little petite sirloin, something like that. Just like these chicken cutlets right here. They're a little thick, beautiful pieces of meat. So I'm gonna do what I love to do to chicken that's a little thick in the wrong place, and that is to beat it. You know, like the Michael Jackson song. Beat it, beat it. You want to beat the fat part, the parts that's thicker than the other part. See, this is kind of thin on this end, but this is fat. So we're gonna beat it. Beat it a little bit. Now that looks like a good, because we're going to fry these in the frying pan, and that way they're going to all cook out even, because they're going to all be the same thickness. So, voila. All I got to do is get this cellophane off. There we go. There we go. Now we have our chicken cutlets, kind of down to size, the same thickness, so they'll cook evenly, okay? Okay, what I'm gonna do now is blanch the asparagus, some nice big asparagus, look at that. They give you everything you need, but I had my friend Chef Sean Grady recommend that, you know, blanch these. He loves them roasted on a cookie sheet in the oven. And that's how I'm going to cook these, but we like to blanch them first just to kind of be sure they're going to be tender. So into this boiling pot of water, I put those beautiful asparagus. And right now, I'm going to lightly salt and pepper the chicken. Just a little bit, not much salt. Everybody's trying to cut back on salt these days, but I'm not cutting back on pepper. And you know, if you know another seasoning that you'd like to put on these, like garlic pepper on the other side maybe, or garlic salt, but I'm trying to stay away from salt. But I'm going to put garlic pepper on the other side of this chicken because I love garlic. Garlic pepper. Oop. Oop, there it is. Oops, there it is. Oops, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna pat it down a little bit and let the chicken get ready. It's gonna be cooked real quick in this skillet right here. So while I wash my hands, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I've got a little cookie sheet here, and I sprayed it with some olive oil. Now I'm going to put these interesting looking purple potatoes. They almost look black. And
People eating potatoes.
you know, there are hundreds and hundreds of varieties of potato, because I learned that when I went to Chile. Peru. Yeah, I went to Peru. Thank you, Betty. Okay, what I'm doing over here is blanching these asparagus, which they can come out right now, because I don't want to blanch them, but they sure are pretty green now, aren't they? Look at that. Beautiful green. So I'm going to turn this off, and I am going to put a little drizzle of olive oil on my potatoes and a little bit of salt and pepper. You know salt and pepper, don't you? Push it. Push it good. Push it real good. That was their song from the 70s. Salt and pepper, I like them. I loves them girls, salt and pepper. Okay, time to put this in the oven. And I'm using the middle rack and the top rack. And I have my oven mitt. I love these things. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the preheated 450 degree oven on the top rack. And I'm going to set the timer on the stove for 25 minutes. That way I don't keep them in too long. And on this other cookie sheet, I'm going to roast the blanched asparagus. So I've got a little aluminum foil here. I'm going to use the, what they call the non-stick side. And I'm going to make a little, kind of a little box. That way, my olive oil is not going to get onto this pan, and it'll be easier to clean later on. And I'm only going to lightly drizzle olive oil on those asparagus anyway. So here they are, the beautiful green asparagus. They've been parboiled, and I just want to get them like toasty, and then I've got to get them out of here. So these are going to be cooked until they're a little bit toasty. And again, I hate to overdo salt, but we're going to put a little salt. Some of it comes off while you cook. And then pepper. I should have put that garlic pepper on there. Oh, why not? It comes off, it doesn't stick on them. A lot of it goes right in the pan. And I'm going to drizzle these with a little olive oil, baby. Look at that, look at that. I'm going to get the stems real good. Then I am going to put this in the oven to roast, but only after the potatoes cook halfway through. The potatoes take 24 minutes, 25 minutes. These take about 12 minutes. So halfway through for the potatoes, I'm going to put these in. At the same time, I'm going to start frying my chicken and making my special sauce. What's that sauce called again? Roasted purple potato, creamy dill sauce. Drizzle on chicken for a dose of tangy richness and fresh herby flavor. That's the sauce. And I'm going to use the pan I fried the chicken in to make the sauce. They give you the chicken concentrate, the chopped dill that Betty took care of, Dijon mustard, and I have the sour cream packet. So I have everything I'm gonna need. Okay, the purple potatoes have been in there and they have 10 minutes left to cook. So I blanched these beautiful asparagus earlier tonight. Just look how great they look. And they send these to you. The HelloFresh people give these to you in the packet so you don't have any left in your refrigerator in the hydrator box, you know, that you've got to worry about eating up soon. But I blanched these for 3 minutes. That's why I'm only going to put them in the oven for 10 minutes. Now this recipe recommends just putting them in the oven for like 12 minutes and not necessarily parboiling them to tender them up a little bit. But my buddy, Chef Sean Grady, recommended that I blanch them for about 3 minutes, and he also does it when he gets that broccolini. And Chef Sean says he loves the broccolini better than broccoli. And with these meal kits recently, they provided us with a broccolini. Otherwise, we would have never really been hip to it. We always have broccoli, but he also parboils the broccolini. And that's one thing you can do with these meal kits is, you know, if you know a little bit of a better way, like blanching some vegetables, do it. We're pounding the chicken, do it. But if you follow the recipe the best you can, the way it's laid out, I have found out that in my case, I have learned a lot. Like I'm learning about purple potatoes tonight and blanching asparagus. It's asparagus, right? But are a whole bunch of them asparagus? Like a fungus and a fungi? No. Anyway, never mind. So these asparagus are going to stay in the oven for 10 minutes and hopefully they get a little toasty. That's the effect we're looking for. By that time the potatoes will be done and I'm just about to fry the chicken and make the sauce. Okay, my friend, it's time to fry the chicken. I'm going to put a little olive oil in this pan. Yes, sirree. I've seasoned these chicken cutlets. I pounded them a little bit to get them the same thickness so they cook at the same amount of time and they get done evenly through and through, you know, like an even, nice cooking. So I'm going to fry these as soon as this heats up, and with this gas stove, it heats up right away. You know, you just put one end in there, and if you can hear it start to sizzle, you know you're not too early. Oh yeah, look at that, look at that. It's gonna be good. Everything's gonna be ready about the same time, I hope. Okay, so I have 3 more minutes on the potatoes and the asparagus. These chicken cutlets, you can tell when to turn them over because they get white around the edges. And they just get more white as they get done. Then you flip them over. I've got this turned up to like a medium-high heat. And that's how we want them. We want them nice and brown on the other side. I'm going to cut these back just a tad because that oil in there is awfully hot right now. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Ah ha ha. Who's your DJ? DJ John. You know, my chef name is Chef Dijon, like the mustard. Okay, the purple potatoes and the asparagus are done. Time for them to come out of the oven. Time for me to turn the oven off. Oh my goodness, look at these beautiful asparagus. I'm gonna leave them in there a little bit more for a minute, but I'm gonna get the potatoes out. These are the funky looking purple potatoes. I'm gonna put these, I've got to be very careful not to forget the asparagus. Or is it asparagus? I don't know, I don't even know. But I'm gonna have to get this chicken out. Look, I found a little Chardonnay a minute ago. Okay, I'm gonna take the chicken and put it on that cutting board, then I'm gonna make the sauce. I'm gonna cut way back to low. I'm gonna rotate the skillet just to be sure it's evenly heated all the way around the skillet. Okay, I make a lot of this stuff up as I go along, you know that, right? But we gotta get the chicken out, and the chicken is fixing to rest. Okay, that chicken is gonna rest. And keep in mind that the chicken is still cooking right there on that, because it's so hot inside. And look at that hot skillet right here. So I tell you, I'm gonna move it over to a burner that's turned off. That is so low you can't even see the gas flame. Okay, watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the sauce right now. What you do, you use all that good stuff. You use all the good juice from the chicken, cooking the chicken, all that good seasoning. And then you look at your menu card. This thing has everything you need to know. Heat the pan, use for the chicken stock over a medium. Okay, stir in stock concentrate. Okay, I don't need this glove anymore, not right now. This is the packet of stock concentrate they gave you in the meal kit. You put that in there. I've got the burner turned down to like 3 right now. You put the stock thing in there. Then you add the Dijon mustard right here, this little packet. Okay. Ooh, they give you everything you need. And we order these HelloFresh about every other week. We get something like 3 of them. Okay, now I got to put in a little water. So I already had the water right here. And then I'm going to whisk this a little bit. Oh, I got to put in the chopped dill right now. And I'm going to leave some of this chopped dill to use as a garnish, okay? So this thing here, you just got to keep stirring it, keep whisking it. Chopped dill, mustard. Remove pan from heat and stir in sour cream and 1 tablespoon of butter. Season with salt and pepper. Push it. Push it good. Push it real good. Salt and pepper. You know, being a former radio DJ, I connect a lot of things with music. Push it good. Push it real good. Ooh, and like right now, let it whip. Whip it good. Whip it real good. Whisk it good. Whisk it good. Okay? Okay, so I've got that. And I can go ahead and turn this off now. Now I'm going to put in the sour cream. sour cream. Ooh, I better get the asparagus out of there. Oh boy. Oh. Mm. Oh well. There they are, the asparagus. They're not burnt, so they're good. If they're not burnt, they're good. I'm going to turn this burner back on and stir in that sour cream a little bit. And I have to put some butter in here too. That's what the instructions call for. So I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to go get the butter. Oh. A spoonful of butter helps the medicine go down. A spoonful of butter. Now this is the creamy dill sauce that we're going to put on the chicken, or if you want it on your asparagus, you can have it that way too. Look at that. Wow. Wow, look at that. Ooh. Ooh, that stuff looks great. I'm going to turn it off. Off. And I'm going to move it over to that burner that's not on yet. Now I'm going to turn my attention back to the chicken, which in this picture they show the chicken is, see, they show the chicken is sliced like that at an angle. So I'm going to try to achieve that same effect with a sharp knife. Okay, notice one thing. It's very important to let your meat rest. You always want to let your meat rest. Now I have a fillet knife. I'm going to try to slice this at an angle. And it always so good to have a sharp knife, because I bought a really good knife sharpener. Look at that beautiful white, tender chicken meat. Come on, Betty. Oh yeah. And the thing I've done here is I've given the chicken a chance to rest. You know, because when you first take it out of the stove, it's still it's so tender for one thing, but it still cooks. And that's why you let meat rest for about 10 minutes or so, if you can wait that long.
You're making the sauce?
It's already made. The sauce is ready.
Great.
Have a seat, Betty. It's on the way.
Oh,
That's good. And I've got the rest of the dill here for garnish. So I'm going to take Betty's fish.
Fish. Chicken.
Yeah. I'll edit that out. So I'm going to take the chicken, transfer it to Betty's plate. I'm going to transfer this one to my plate. I'm going to garnish with a little dill on each of them. That's why you save a little bit of dill. And I have some beautiful asparagus right here for Betty. And some purple potatoes. Never had these before. Hope you like them. But I have that special dill sauce right here that I'm going to drizzle over Betty's chicken. And there's enough for a small drizzle on the asparagus. Okay, take a look at this. It's going to be delicious, especially with that sauce on there. I've never had potatoes like this before, though. But the asparagus look great. Everything looks so good. Look at that.
Potatoes look like beets.
Yeah, the potatoes almost look like beets, so I'm transferring my asparagus, and then I'm going to go for my purple potatoes. And the sauce. Ooh, baby, that's what makes it, the sauce. Otherwise, the way I cooked the chicken was nothing special. Salt and pepper in a frying pan, but the sauce is the boss. So, bon appetit. I hope you have a great night wherever you are in the world, my friend. I'm gonna go have my dinner. A purple potato, check it out. The way I seasoned these, they turned out so good. You can't even taste the purple.
I never would have thought of putting dill with chicken, but it's delicious.
I agree. And these asparagus are delicious too. Look at how
Everything
pretty
is
they
delicious,
are.
honey.
That is so good. Now I'm going to try some chicken. Mm-hmm.